A pleasant good evening and welcome back to Greg Mitchell Field on the campus of Missouri Valley College, where tonight we continue our postseason Saturday as the Missouri Valley College Vikings take on the Judson University Eagles out of the Chicago area, out of Elgin, Illinois. I'm Ken Quiava. Eric Montgomery alongside tonight. Eric is the Sports Information Director of the Heart of America Conference. Talked you into coming today. You saw an double overtime football game, and now a little soccer, Eric.
Absolutely, yeah. Great day for a doubleheader. We had the polar vortex gave us a reprieve for a few hours, so it's been great out here. Excellent win today for the Viking football team. Congrats to those guys on gutting that one out. And I'm happy to get overtime out of the way earlier in the day. Yeah. So let's get the Vikings to put a couple on the board early. We can both get home.
All right, and good news for the Heart of America Conference in soccer today, as Mid-America won. Baker unfortunately lost, but the Benedictine women won, so 2 out of 3 to this point.
Yeah, good start. 3 out of 4 overall with the Vikings getting the football win, but Pioneers will move on. They take on Marymount College out of California, and then the Lady Ravens and Coach Rob Lee, a dominating 4-0 performance today over Concordia out of Seward, Nebraska. So they'll take on Spring Arbor in their opener down in Alabama. So congrats to those teams.
We'll be talking about the national, the games in Florida as we go along tonight. But again, different than football as far as the soccer is concerned. This is the only day and night of home fields. The winners today all go to Florida.
Right. Since they instituted the opening round, which I think was a great move by the NAIA, in 2008 was the first year. Play those kind of regionals, kind of like the NCAA does, even though it's not really a regional. Teams do travel all over the place. But that first round on campus and then move the final 16 teams down. First year down in Delray Beach for the men. Should be a great week down there in South Florida and Palm Beach County, and then the ladies down in Alabama again.
All right, we're about ready to go. As in goal for the Vikings, as usual, is Christos Kontemeris. Kontemeris out of Athens, Greece. And Christos sent us a nice note yesterday, and he said, hey, are we going to live stream the game Saturday? He said, a lot of my family back in Greece want to watch. So if they're watching in Athens tonight, we welcome you, and everywhere else. And, boy, you talk about international rosters on these clubs. So we'll have viewers from all over the world tonight. Glad to have you. First round NAIA tournament is underway. Chaz Maddie on camera tonight on the live stream, and we're set to go. The Vikings in their orange, bright orange with the purple numerals, and Justice University in blue, trimmed in white. And there's a battle for it around midfield. For the Eagles, Santiago Munoz, he's out of Argentina. Give you some of the starters. The Vikings going with Sebastian Lopez Bascon, Luke Russell. Alex Dominiquez is in the starting lineup tonight, along with Ivan Ninkoff, Raul Benit, Damon Todorovic, Juan Harris, Mark Heeman, Rosando's in there, Gabriel Sandro, Bernardo Ferrez Diaz, and again, as we said, Kontemeris in at goal. Vikings and the Eagles just underway on this Saturday night. Long shot, quick shot taken on the far side, and that goes by the goalie, Jared Sheeler. Sheeler is a local product. He is out of Elgin, Illinois, and he is in goal tonight for the Eagles.
A couple players from Elgin, hometown kids, Michael Barraquin and Daniel Fry on the roster. A lot of Illinois kids for the Eagles.
And the Viking team is well documented, pretty much an all international roster. Giving chase there was Juan Harris, and he's he's offside.
Like he might have taken a little shot to the face there. Yeah.
So the Vikes have it, and here's Rosendo. Works the left side, sends it that way down to Mark Heeman. Heeman out of England. And this one goes out on the far side. Glad to have you with us, Eric, and see a good soccer match tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing the Vikings again. I was there when they put a hurting on Mid-America during the regular season. An outstanding performance that day, and hopefully they'll be able to turn in another showing like that tonight.
First corner kick, it's headed, and that one goes over the top. Vikings send that one in. I was watching a little practice the other day, and they were really working on that play.
Yeah, in this kind of environment, set pieces are so important. It's a free opportunity there, and with a pretty good size roster, good size players for the Vikings, really need to capitalize on those set pieces.
Judson made the trip yesterday. They have been here, stayed at the Comfort Inn, so they have been here since yesterday. They had a little banquet last night, so the players got to know each other. Vikings send it up their right side. That is the far side as we look down at Greg Mitchell. Give you some of the numbers as we go along here as well. And when we get a chance, we'll also get you in on the interview I had shortly before the start of this match with Vlade Simic. Boy, what a great job he has done for the Vikings over the years. You almost expect the Vikings to be in the postseason.
Yeah, no question. Since I've started, they've been a dominant force, and especially this season, I know with the talented players that all moved on after last year, to have this team right back here hosting an opening round game is a definite tip of the cap to Coach Simic.
Yeah, good point. Raul Bonit starts for the Vikings, brings it up the right side. No score, we're just early on here. Battle for position around midfield. Vikings have it.
A great tackle there by Rosendo to win that ball, give a chance for the Vikings to get their shape back and try and build things out of the back.
Heyman sends it back to Russell. Now over to the right side. Here come the Vikes. Send this one in, and that'll go out, giving chase for the Eagles.
Yeah, it's going to be important. I think Russell and Ivan Ninkov back there, guys that we'll have to keep an eye on tonight. After the last time the Vikings were here, uncharacteristically giving up 4 goals, I'm sure there must have been more than a few people scratching their head after an excellent season.
That was a wild match, I'll tell you that.
It was.
It was a wild match. And Vikes were down 2-0 most, I think at the half were down 2-0, then scored to tie it, and then just a moment later, Culver scored again. Then the Vikings scored to tie it, and Culver won in overtime. Crazy. Sends a long pass up, left side, good hustle. And getting to it for Valley is Harris. Harris works that left side, nice move. Now sends it back, and it's sent out of there by one of the defenders, headed back in by the Vikings as they try to keep the pressure on, and they do. Here's a shot coming out of goal and making the saves with Shearer. Shearer made that save. Good angle, good shot by Rosendo, but Shearer came out and he was up to the task.
Yeah, that was kind of good stick-to-itiveness there from Rosendo. Stayed with the play that looked like it wasn't going to amount to anything. He got a little nudge in on the defender, no foul called, so continued on. A little bit unlucky that shot was off target.
Shearer made the save. So Vikings had a pretty good look at it there.
And not to get too technical, but it looks like Vikings kind of set up 4 across the midfield with look like Rafael Alcaraz just kind of sitting right behind, or Ninkov, sitting just between those 2 lines. So he'll be there to kind of clean up the mess and help distribute.
Vikings again on the attack. Trying to get to it was Harris. Boy, just an absolute beautiful night. The wind has died down now. It's a perfect night. You're right. The cold weather stayed away, and we thank Mother Nature for that a lot.
Yeah, especially after the opening round we talked about last year on this day where it was.
You were at Mid-America.
Yeah, in the 20s up in Atchison later that night for Benedictine hosting a game, and a lot of frigid temps. But today in the 50s with that wind, not bad at all.
We cannot complain. Yeah. Coming out of goal is Shearer. He'll bring it toward the front of the 18 and bring it around to the left side. We're just underway. No score in this first round National NAIA matchup. Winner goes on to Florida the week of December the 1st. Vikes would love to be there. They got there last year, lost their first game. Very tough loss. Lost right in the last few moments.
Yeah, all 4 of our teams last year got through the opening round. All 4 bounced in the round
round
of 16.
Really?
Yeah, it was one of those. It was tough to watch one after one. I thought someone might get through, but all 4 knocked out in the round of 16.
It's Heeman, and hustling after it is Harris. Harris gets to it. Boy, uses that speed. Nice move. Now he'll send one in, and that's a goal. The Vikings score early. A beautiful assist.
I think that's going to be an own goal, actually. It looked like Braden Anderson.
Okay, I was going to say.
Off the cross.
Thought maybe that was it.
Yeah, I think because especially the way the Vikings reacted, no one really looked like they were going to claim it. You know, the soccer guys all want to claim it.
I was looking. I thought maybe it was Benit. What's that?
We got the official word from Chaz.
Thank you very much. So it's 1-0. Yeah, you're right. I was looking at Benit. I thought, okay, it was Benit. And then he didn't celebrate like he would normally.
Yeah, he was right there. And I think Anderson was just trying to blast that one out and
stuck it in.
Unfortunately for him, a great finish, but into the back of his own net.
Wow. And he blasted it in.
Yeah, he got all of it.
So it's 1-0. Vikes with a lead, and here they come again. Oh, nice footwork by Rosendo. And the ball knocked away at the last moment by Riley Good.
Yeah, Todorovic was one step from being in for another chance for the Vikings, but love to keep up the pressure here, see if you can nick another goal, get that 2-goal advantage, and, you know, really take some of the steam out of the Eagles early on.
Rosendo with the corner. Sends it in, and out and punching it away was Sheeler. Good job. But Rosendo keeps it in over there. Sends it right back in. And once again, it's Sheeler coming up to it.
Yep. Flag up on the far side there for offside on that second. But a great corner kick sent in there by Rosendo. Good opportunity. Sheeler did well to come out and punch that one clear.
So 1-0 Vikings. We've played about 9 minutes.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Simic, you got to love your guys. They've come out. They've looked energetic. They're knocking the ball around, and to get that early goal just settles those nerves a little bit, and guys can just kind of relax and play.
LeVere is Ezra White. White loses it. Vikings have it back. Then Koff.
Got some students starting to roll in a little bit. I'm sure they'll help as well.
We've got a pretty good following for soccer on campus. Now coming way out, and the flag is up on the far side.
Yeah, I think that one just caught the arm of Diaz over there. Unintentional, but did gain an advantage with the handling of the ball there. So
a nice student crowd here tonight.
Yeah, helps that it's comfortable.
Yeah, I think it may be nicer right now than it was this afternoon.
I think so. Yeah, that wind is really dying down, and it'll be nice.
All right, here come the Eagles. Abel Malik had it for a moment. He wears number 6. He is out of Alexandria, Egypt. Off to Munoz, Santiago Munoz. Send it back, and the Vikes will send it all the way back to Contemeris. Now to midfield. Vikings try to keep it in. I love soccer fans, the chanting, and they'll do it for 2 hours.
They will. That's the thing. You watch games on TV, especially when our national team goes and plays, you know, in Central America. The fans are there 3-4 hours ahead of time singing, and go to the Sporting KC games. The fans are there early. It's a lot of fun.
LeVere gives it off to Munoz. And now back to LeVere, Randy LeVere. He's out of Miami, Florida, so he'd like his team to get into the second round and get close to home. But it's 1-0 Vikings. We are in the first.
Yeah, Delray Beach just up to 95 from Miami's. I'm sure some of the Vikings would love to get down to South Florida and enjoy some more temperate temperatures down there.
Yeah, a lot of our players, of course, in Spain and Brazil.
Great place to visit, though. Palm Beach County be
Yeah,
just awesome this time of year. Be just right off the water there.
Here's Fired in by the Eagles. Vikings are there defensively. Again with that 1-goal lead. And it was sent in by Anderson. Braden Anderson was trying to clear it, sent it in the net. No matter how they got it, the Vikings will take it. And here they come again. Trying to send this one in, and that one goes a little wide, picked up by Sheeler. And he sends it all the way back into the Viking end. Collision and a foul on the Eagles. They have just a few fans here. Look like a couple family members down below us, and that would be about it. Viking fans, a lot of them standing behind the bench and cheering. While we have a moment, let's had a chance to visit with Vlade Simic just a little bit earlier before the match.
Vlade Simic joins me before this, and Coach, before we talk about tonight's opponent, again, congratulations. Again, hosting a first-round national tournament game, quite an accomplishment.
I mean, it's a great accomplishment. This is a 5th time in a row we are making a national appearance, so it's a great accomplishment for our program.
How about this club you're going to face tonight, this Judson Eagle Club? You know anything about them?
I mean, we know a little bit about them. I mean, they're coming for, Chicagoland conference, pretty good conference, end up second in a conference this year. So it's going to be a tough opponent tonight for us.
What do they do? What do they do that maybe concerns you?
I mean, they have a couple excellent players. They're top-level players. We just have to worry about them and, defend as a team as well.
Now, when you play the conference opponents, your guys know, who Mid-America has, who Benedictine has, things like that. This is a brand-new opponent. Are you able to take a look at them a little bit and kind of plan for it?
Yeah, we've been working all week long about our opponents, so hopefully the guys understand, what kind of level we're going to face tonight. So they should be decent in our conference as well. Like I'm talking about, being able to play with every team in the conference. I'm talking about Judson.
What's going to be the keys then tonight if we're going to see your club head to Florida?
Team defense, attacking the ball in the space, and lots of shooting on the goal. Hopefully we score some goals.
All right, so there you have Vlade Simic, a couple of keys to a win tonight, and so far so good for the Vikings. They're up 1-0. Here come the Eagles, and this one is blocked, and finally Contreras has it just to the right side of the goal.
Yeah, got a little one-on-one battle over there on the left side that the Eagles were able to win. That was Munoz, or I think it was number 11, Oliveira, who won that battle, got in on goal, but Russell did a good job sliding over. That's the team defense that Coach Simic was talking about. It's got to be a group effort tonight.
And here's Munoz with the corner with the left foot, and sends this one in about 30 yards out. Now the Vikings give chase. Goes back to midfield. And that's Riley Good, who loses it, sliding in Benit. But the Eagles send it right back. The Eagles trying to work that right side. They still have control of it. That's Lopez. Lopez sends it out in front. Ooh, just a header, just missed the header. But now the Eagles trying to put some pressure on here. Headed away, now back in, headed back. Play continues, and this one is going to be knocked out by one of the Vikings.
It got away with the wayward header there. Bascon, I don't know if he thought the goalkeeper was going to come get it or one of his teammates, but it laid right into the path of the Eagles, but able to scramble over, knock that one out for a corner.
Corner is by Munoz, Santiago Munoz. And sends this one in. Vikings do a good job defending that, and here they come on the run. Sending it through. Will this be onside? It will. Vikes have it right side. Here's the center. And it's loose. Here's the left foot into the goal. It's good. And that is, wow, Bunny with the left foot, and it's 2-0.
Textbook counterattack there by the Vikings. Took advantage of the Eagles, pressed forward on that corner kick, got the ball out wide, and Benit was totally unmarked. Got a little fortunate that attacker in the middle. Didn't see who it was, but kind of missed that ball because Raul was wide open.
Oh.
Took a great touch and blasted that thing into the corner, make it 2-0.
And he took his time, didn't he? He took
Absolutely
his time, and he blasted it into the upper right corner.
Yep.
Raul Bonit makes it 2-0, and we still have 29 minutes left in the first half. Boy, what a great start by Valley.
Yeah, the counterattack is such a huge weapon. When you got a team with the kind of pace that the Vikings have, you got to take advantage of that, and they did in clinical fashion right there.
2-0. Wally Simic in front of the Viking bench, wearing a suit tonight.
He looks sharp down there, especially with that scarf on.
Got his scarf on and his suit on this pleasant evening. And he has to love what he's seen so far. Eagles making the long trip from Illinois, and the Vikes are up 2-0. Not being very gracious hosts, at least early on here.
Hopefully they can be like a baseball closer and put that blown 2-0 lead from the loss to Culver Stockton behind them. Just forget about that and keep the foot on the pedal and
keep moving.
Keep going forward.
This one will go out. It's going to be possession to the Eagles. Riley Good will have the throw in. And sent right back out by one of the Vikings. That was Rosendo.
Yeah, he was actually 2 feet on the field. He was up at the last white football line there. Coach Simic was screaming for a foul throw, but I don't think our assistant referee on this near side noticed.
The Eagles send this one in. Vikings are there. Trying to get to it was Ezra White. Valley certainly controlled the action early in this one. Leading 2-0. Abdul Malik had it for a moment. Where's number 6 on that blue jersey? But here come the Vikings again. Under 30 minutes to go in the first half. The Valley just keeping the pressure on. Look, they just really look quick tonight, don't they, Eric?
Absolutely,
yeah. Really playing well. Oh, boy, and that one is loose out front for a moment. Sheeler had to come out. But the Vikes keep it in.
You know, you get a few days off, they get the legs back under them, you know, and the players can also get hyped up for a game like that, so the adrenaline gets pumping, and you see, you know, players at their best. You know, had some not playing a match every 4 days and get a little bit fatigued. Guys should be nice and fresh. You get that early goal, and you get really excited.
That's Juan Harris, who was down. He's back up, limping a little bit.
Yeah, he's been great out on this left side early on. Hopefully he just took a funny step, and maybe he can hopefully walk this off. Looks like
they're going to have to see if he's going to walk it off or if he's going to come out. I don't.
Looks like he's going to have to come off just till the play restarts, since the athletic trainer came on the field, but to wait and see.
Well, you talk about, you know, we've been here most of the day, and these trainers and all sports around the conference, you talk about busy, not only the trainers but the student trainers put in a lot of hours.
Yeah, it's guys that definitely don't get enough praise for the hard work. Hours on Sundays with you know, with the football team getting the ice and the treatment after getting banged around on Saturday. You know, they put in so much time and have just a great attitude and take such good care of the student athletes.
Do a great job. And at this level, with so many sports, you just don't have one sport. They have a sport every season.
Yeah.
And boy, it's full-time job. There's a long pass up the right side. There's another shot. This one goes wide left.
Yeah, I think
I was kidding Vlade earlier in the week. I said, I want you to play like the Portugal team does. Just press, press, press. He's laughed so far. It's kind of what's happening here.
Yeah, that's very in vogue. It's in international soccer, the high pressure. It just takes a lot of energy.
Yeah.
If you're good at it and you can control the ball, then you can take those opportunities. And I think you're seeing a little bit of that from the Vikings. You just got to pick their spots, you know, instead of just constant. Wait till it gets in certain areas. You get your shape right, and then you can go in and look for that turnover.
Vikes are up 2-0. We're at the 25-minute mark of the first half, so rolling right along. And Valley in pretty good shape, at least right now. The Judson University Eagles out of Elgin, Illinois, enrollment 1,290. So Valley with a few more students. Valley around 1,440, something like that.
Yeah, good, good conference up there. Chicagoland, lots of real competitive schools. I think Division II for basketball, so some of our fans might not be as familiar with some of those schools, but lots of fine institutions up there in the Chicago area.
Steve Burke is the head coach. He's been there 31 years. Ooh, 31 years he's been the head coach.
Which means he took over when I was in second grade.
He's been there a while.
Without giving away my age.
He has been there a while. Now, Contemporous has to come out of goal, and he covers that one up. As you're watching on the live stream, Chaz Matty, our production expert, on camera tonight. And we thank him for being here all day, and also for Tyrone Ritter and Janelle Garcia. They were here during the football game this afternoon.
Another guy not getting enough credit, Chaz,
oh my goodness,
what he's doing.
He and his people put in a lot of hours, I'll guarantee you, to do these jobs. My job's easy, just sit here and talk. They've got to lug this equipment.
We got them fooled, right?
Yeah, we got them fooled. All right. Vikings try to keep it in, and they do. And now Rosendo cannot keep control of it. And here come the Eagles trying to push it into the Viking end.
Yeah,
good job there.
Eagles did a good job getting numbers back behind the ball. There was really nowhere for Rosendo to go there. And Eagles were patient, got that turnover.
But Dalmalek will have the throw in. And the young man out of Egypt.
It's a long way from home.
A long way from home.
A lot of these kids. They sure seem to make it home, though, once they get here.
Yeah, they love it. Most of them, once they get here, they absolutely love it. I know Josh Wells, who was the goalkeeper last year. I think Josh was from England, but he's in Kansas City, got married, and he wants to stay. He wants to stay and work. And
that's great.
Yeah, and loves it here. He's in the Kansas City area. So
a great career, that's for sure.
A lot of them stay here, and they enjoy it. And I tell you, Eric, we have fun around here with the international students we had this year so far. They had and I love to eat, and they had one day in the cafeteria. They had I believe, a Spanish day where some of the Spanish students cooked.
Oh.
And they had all the regulars, but they had on a side, they had a buffet of some of their dishes.
I should have come out for that.
So the Brazilian students decided, and then a week ago we had a Brazilian day.
I bet a lot of meat on that plate.
Yeah, it was. I said I could live in Brazil.
Absolutely, yeah. They like their meat in South America.
Oh, here's the pass up the right side. Here come the Vikes. Another shot, and this one goes wide left.
Great effort there by Diaz, coming flying down the right side. Vikings have sent some great balls down the flanks early on here. Some of them been on target, some just a bit off, but really look like they're trying to exploit their pace on the flanks, and so far so good.
Yeah. But our Brazilian day, they're playing Brazilian music, and everyone was having fun. So it kind of lets the international students have a little day where they kind of feel at home, too.
But it's great. I mean, American
awesome.
kids that a lot of them probably never, had the chance to experience that culture. And
it was fun.
Yeah, I love that.
Both of them.
Those kids a lot of them, they come in, they add so much to these campuses.
And I'd go, both times I went, and they said, what would you like? I said, everything you've got.
Yes, please.
I got to sample everything that's here.
Yes, please is the answer there.
All right, as we're telling stories and watching, it's still 2-0. Vikings with the lead. We're down to the 21-minute mark of the first half. Again, Mid-America's won today. Baker lost, but the Benedictine women won.
Yeah, good effort by those two winning teams. Tough road trip for the Baker going up to Rio Grande, #1 seed. But great season for Coach Hauser and the Wildcats to win the conference tournament. And,
Well, we were talking to them. Played football there last week, and we got there. They said there were a lot of them watching our live stream that night, and definitely here's headed away by the Viking defense, but the Eagles keep it in. But they obviously are rooting for Culver, and when Culver won, they had a chance to get in, and they went on the road, took care of business, and made the national tournament.
Yeah, I'm sure they were not at all disappointed, even though it's a long trip out to Culver. I can't imagine anybody really wanted to play the Vikings on their home field again.
Send this one in, and Sheeler is there. It's 2-0. Vikes with the lead. Mora getting ready to come in. Maquilides Mora ready to come in for the Vikings. Valley has possession at midfield. Here they come again. Long shot. This one's wide right.
And I think if the Eagles are going to keep dropping off right there, you might as well tee one up from, 25, 28 yards. These guys, they can do it from there. That's not out of their range by any means.
Todorovic sent that one in wide right. He's going to check out now, I believe, and that's going to bring Morrow into the game.
Yeah, you're not really sacrificing anything there. You're bringing on another really talented player who's scored plenty of goals this season for the Vikings. And
when you watch college soccer, even at this level, from the stands is one thing. Go down close to the field when they're practicing. I mean, that ball's moving.
It's so fast. Yeah, I can remember seeing it in college. I played in high school a little bit in a club, but the speed, and then to think that it's ratcheted up another level or two when you talk about the international game with the professionals. It's
the way they can handle the ball, the skills, the speed of the game.
Phenomenal athletes that put in a ton of time. And
I was watching Contemporaries the other day, and they were, firing shots at him in practice, and I thought, well, there's not a one of those that I could stop.
Oh, I get out of the way.
Unless they hit me.
Yeah, if I can't get out of the way, then
that's the only way I could stop one.
Yeah, no thanks.
They're good. 19 minutes to go, first half. 2-0 Vikings with the lead. Eric Montgomery with me. I'm Ken Quiaba. Glad to have you with us on the Missouri Valley College live stream for soccer tonight. Football team won in double overtime today, 20-17 over Northwestern Iowa. Move on probably to Sioux City and Morningside. That's the guess. We'll know for sure tomorrow.
We'll be hitting the road next Friday night, I would imagine.
Yeah, probably sometime next Friday we'll be headed up that way. Contemporaries with it. Because all four, I know all top four seeds won.
Yeah, all of the home teams have won up till now. The Mid-America plays Southern Oregon. They'll kick off in about half an hour.
Good luck. Good luck to the Pioneers. Boy, has he done a great job.
Yeah, Coach Wilbur. I'm a little biased having him come from my alma mater at Azusa Pacific, but he's gotten those players to buy in from day one, and I think that's what you see when you watch the Pioneers play, that they look like a team and they play really, really hard.
He's done a great job.
Yeah. Congrats to them sharing the title with the Vikings.
2-0 Vikings. Headed out by the Eagles. Giving chase, keeping the pressure on is Mora. He's just fresh, just into the game. Now here come the Eagles up their left side. Stay on side, send one in. It's knocked away. Good defense by Valley.
Yeah, good marking there by Russell. Stayed right with the runner right down that center forward channel. He was right on his back shoulder there. I think that was Walter Lopez coming straight down the middle, but Luke Russell step for step.
17 minutes, under 17 minutes to go in the half. This half moving right along.
Yeah, feels that way for sure, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Not that we can make the clock move any faster, but
just moved. Very few stoppages.
Yeah, just the goals, and then we had when Juan Harris took a little knock there, but
that's it.
He's back out there, so keep that clock moving.
Who's that down? Somebody got hit in the back of the head, I think. And that looks like that is Mark Heeman.
Yeah,
Mark's going to stay in there.
One of the Eagles kind of plowed into him pretty good on that one, and easy foul call for our referee.
Vikes are on the move again. Here's a shot. And Sheeler is right there. And that was Morrow just came in.
Yeah, bringing plenty of pace up there. Able to pick him out. Good chance there.
Good job by Russell. Now he sends it up. Vikings again on the move. Here they come, right side, offside.
Yeah, unlucky there. Benite did a great job sticking with that play. A couple of nice touches, and I think if Mora had stopped, Benite was onside for sure. He would have been able to get in. They might have been able to work a little 2-on-1, but the pressure's still there. You got to like it.
Yeah,
Coach Simick's got to be happy. The guys, they look hungry tonight for sure.
Really keeping the pressure on. And you say the winner of this place who? It's
Played
already
Northwestern Ohio.
Northwestern Ohio. Okay.
Beat Georgia Gwinnett 3-0 today.
Okay,
so
you know who the opponent will be, and I'm sure Vladi knows that by now, probably.
Yeah, we'll
Northwest Ohio will be the opponent.
Look that up for the fans.
All right, in Florida. Here come the Vikings right side again. Knocked away and hustling over there. And a good job, Abdumalik.
That game will be on Monday, December the 1st.
Okay.
That's the opener of the next round, 11 a.m. Eastern time. So 10 o'clock for us here in the Midwest.
Against Ohio?
Against Northwestern Ohio.
Northwestern Ohio. Okay.
Yeah, they
at 11 o'clock.
They were an upset winner. So
10 o'clock our time.
10 a.m.
on
here.
December 1.
10 a.m. Marshall time for our Greek friends. I'm not quite sure what it is back there.
Okay. But, yeah, for overseas, you're on your
you're
own.
on your own,
figure it
yeah.
out. We're at Central Time in the United
You
States.
can figure
Northwestern
out.
Ohio, 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
December the 1st.
That's
The winner of this one. Hopefully it's Valley. Boy, all Vikes almost had another one, or another good opportunity taken away by the Eagles.
And it's nice when you see upsets in this opening round. It kind of opens up the bracket for you a little bit, and at least on paper you think, well, maybe you dodge a tougher match if the Vikings can get through and play Northwestern Ohio, relatively new institution, but we'll have to wait and see.
A long way to go in this one, but if the Vikings can survive this, they've got a 2-goal lead. And to this point in time, the Eagles have not done a whole lot in the Viking end.
Other than a couple of corner kicks, really hasn't been much there for the Vikings defenses. Looked pretty solid.
That would have been offside. Now the Viking defense is back. They just do a great job. They're really playing with a lot of energy tonight. Send this one into the corner. Good job by Valley to send it out. Send this one in front, and Contamoris goes up to get that one. You know, they just, the last match I saw was that Culver match, and obviously this team just looks like a different team tonight.
Yeah, I think the organization in the back just looks a lot better. You know, I think the midfield could still probably provide a little bit more support defensively, but you know, especially those two big guys in the middle, they look like they've got a handle on everything that's coming forward, and they're doing a good job sorting that out.
2-0 Vikings. And keeping the pressure on, and this will be onside. And in the middle, and that one sails high and maybe through the football goalpost. Vikes had a shot there about 15 yards out.
Yeah, just a kind of in between hops there for Benite, who had a nice little combination play there with Mora. Sent him through, and Mora unselfishly dropped that right back into his path. But tough when you're coming in full speed like that. If it doesn't drop for you perfectly, a lot of times you're going to launch that one.
Those are the same goalposts where Dan Morrow kicked the winning field goal in overtime today for the football team.
Clutch field goal with as hard as that wind was blowing there at the end of the game. But
he can make those, but you know, in that game today, with the wind blowing the way it was, the pressure, they're coming after you. Yeah. It's not that easy.
No, and especially after missing the one at the end of the game. Now with the wind going into it the way he did, he really didn't have much of a chance.
Yeah, that probably wasn't going to go.
No, even NFL guys would have had a hard time.
That would have been a tough one. But That last one, he put it through.
Yep. Got that. Got a little video of that, so you can check out the. Put that one up on Twitter and Instagram for anyone that didn't see it online.
Good.
Not the greatest video off the camera
But
phone,
it worked.
but it's
But it worked.
better than nothing, right? We got
But
to
it
see
worked.
it, so.
It worked. Harry Montgomery, Sports Information Director for the Heart of America Conference, joins me tonight. And Chaz Matty's working camera, and Dave Roberts is behind us. He's our professor of all the print journalism classes here. And so we're all working tonight.
It's a great day to work. Might as well.
It's a beautiful night to work. There's no question about that. Here's one sent in, headed away. And the Vikings will send this one about to midfield.
Yeah, Matthew Kimmel had a great look at that
Yeah, he
header.
did.
Just didn't quite connect on target, but he was unmarked right there right about the football goal line.
About 10 minutes is all that remains in this first half.
Flying along.
That is.
Keep that ball moving, Mr. Referee. Good job.
Keep it going. Let's move. And the Vikings are in control, at least right now, 2-0. Contemeris has not had a lot of work in goal. He's made a couple of nice plays. Well, here come the Valley's. Nice pass to the middle. Coming up the right side. And a shot. And that one hits the side of the net. Oh, my goodness, was that a nice play. Used the speed. Got the shot from the right side and just a little bit wide.
Yeah, great combination play there. I think Diaz was trying to go near post. It looked like Sheeler actually did a pretty good job cutting down the angle there. Take a look at the replay.
Yep, coming in.
It might be live, but
right side. Ooh, that was nice.
We're watching it on the delay there off the computer, but
so still 2-0.
Two nothing, and feels like it could be more, maybe should be more. I think that's a good place to be.
Yeah.
If you're the Vikings, it doesn't feel like, well, it's 2-0, but we've been a little fortunate. No, it's 2-0 and a dominating.
A dominating 2-0. You're exactly right
so far.
there. So here comes the throw in for Valley. Benite fighting for position there. You're right. Vikings have been in really complete control this first half. Judson made the long trip. Stayed in town last night. Einkoff with it. Back to Heeman. Sent in, headed to the left. Vikings try to keep this in to Benite. Now for the Eagles is Munoz. Sends it up left side. Contemeris way out to knock that one away.
Yeah, and he read that play perfectly. I first saw him coming out. Wasn't quite sure if that was a good move, but credit to him. Perfect timing to clear that one out.
7 minutes to go in the first half. 2-0 Vikings. The winner heads to Florida to take on Northwestern Ohio on December 1st at 10 o'clock Central Time. Boy, the Vikes just look sharp and fresh tonight, moving that ball. Sending this one all the way across. It's headed away at the last moment as they were trying to get that one to Harris.
And those diagonal balls are so difficult. It's kind of like that cross-field throw in football that the quarterbacks try to make, opposite hash mark. But the Vikings have done a great job picking out those passes tonight. Even if you don't connect, you still get a corner out of it. And that's really a successful play.
It is going to be a corner for the Vikings. Boy, they'd like to add one more here. Benite will have the corner. Love to have one more. Sends it in and is sent right back out by the Judson bench.
Doesn't look like there's a lot of options on the bench for the Eagles. I mean,
I noticed that about five subs,
only a handful of
5 players are not on the field. Well, one thing about it with that limited roster, you probably don't complain too much. Most of them don't complain too much about playing
No, you're
time.
getting a lot of PT. Yeah, that's for sure. You just hope you stay healthy, but
Vikings up 2-0. Trying to work the left side. They send that one by beneath.
it's nice that Vikings, we had mentioned Carlos Munar sitting out tonight's match after that red card, but really Vikings really haven't missed him too much. The team has kind of picked up the slack for him and so far really dominating this match.
Yeah, Munar had the red card, so he cannot play tonight.
I'm sure that'll fuel his fire if the Vikes can hold on and make the trip down to South Florida. He'll be ready to go.
Bruno Hakavi into the lineup. I didn't mention him. He came in. Bruno Hakavi, he's out of Brazil. Where's number 14? Now let's send this one back to Contamorous. Under 5 minutes to go in the first.
I think you and I were pontificating about something, and they made a sub under our noses there.
Well, he came in. I'm sure it was something real important.
Everything we said, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it was something real important I was talking about. Well, this one goes out right in front of the new Malcolm Center for Student Life, which is an unbelievable addition to this campus. It is.
Get a good look at it at night with the lights on.
Conference rooms, a beautiful fitness area, classrooms, the nurses station, student life is all in there, banquet rooms. It is coffee shop. It's quite a place. Just opened this fall.
And you got that patio up on top, which was packed earlier today.
Yeah, a lot of the alumni and board members watched the football game from the patio today.
Well, you and I had pretty good seats. We can't complain.
Yeah, this isn't a bad seat at all. It's one thing about the jobs we do, you usually get a pretty good seat.
Yeah.
Send this one in right side. Here come the Vikes. And boy, there was a shove and no flag, no stoppage of play. The Viking fans wanted a foul there.
Yeah, and I think he just, because he was leaning back a little bit, got off balance, that the referee decided to wave that one off, and probably the right call, I think. Nothing too blatant. Not that
that
the Vikings,
clock moving. 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Not that the Vikes would have complained about a penalty kick there.
No,
but,
they wouldn't have complained at all.
I think the referee got that one right. He was in great position, and he's handled this match well. And it's not to take anything away from him, but I think it's been an easy one to work. The players have just played. It's kind of nice. There's not a lot of stuff going on off the ball. They're just playing. So hopefully it'll stay that way, and we can just enjoy the next 48 minutes or so.
Vikings up 2-0. They'd like to at least take that into the locker room. And again, to this point in time, they've pretty much dominated play. One sent in by Barraquin. But Valley keeps it in up that right side.
To me, I think important today, the back line, when they've cleared, they're finding guys in the midfield. You're not just clearing it and then automatically having to get right back and defend. They've been able to pick out teammates. The midfielders have done a good job coming back to get the ball. So you're not just launching it and then automatically, defending
coming right back at you,
So I think that's really made a big difference.
Vikings again on the move. Send this one in. And off. Good. Vikings keep it alive. Now finally defender steps in there and takes it away from Mora.
Yeah, good combination there. Mora and Harris, too, looked like they had a great understanding what they wanted to do. Eagles did a good job double teaming Mora, who's over there showing some nifty footwork, but ran out of real estate.
We'll send this one into the Viking end. We're down to almost down to the last minute of this first half. This one goes out on the far side. 1 minute remaining in the first half.
You really got to, if you're the Vikings and Coach Simic, I'm sure you're holding your breath a little bit. This is the last thing you want to do is give up a goal when you've just really dominated. The Eagles have a chance for a set piece here off the corner, but sort out the marks here. Hopefully Christos can get a good look at this one, and the Vikings are able to clear and get into halftime.
Munoz with the corner with the left foot, and it is headed, still stays in front, and Vikings will clear it. Down to 20 seconds now in the half. Excellent first half by Valley. Daniel Fry trying to keep possession. Now he'll send it up to Kimmel, Matthew Kimmel. And Kimmel slides. We're down. I think that's going to do it for the first half. So, an excellent first half for Valley. They're 45 minutes away from a trip to Florida in the second round of the national tournament. So, we're going to step aside for the half. Eric and I'll be back in about 15 minutes with the second half. And we are back. The second half just getting underway. And Valley 45 minutes, a little less than that now, from a trip to north of Miami for a week-long tournament. Hopefully for the Vikings it'd be a week-long. And they have a 2-0 lead. Obviously we switch sides now. Contamorous really wasn't that busy, was he, Eric, in the first half? The Vikings did such a good job. Contamorous made a couple nice plays, but he didn't really have to work hard in that first half.
No, a couple of corner kicks he had to sweat out a little bit, and then had that one play he raced out all the way out of his area really to kind of snuff out. But other than that, great job by the Vikes back four to keep him relatively not busy.
And this is going to be onside. Here come the Vikings early on. They fire one in front. And it goes wide left. That was Todorovic.
Yeah, one of those, you're just kind of flashing it across the front of the goal, hoping someone can run onto it. Vikings didn't have a ton of numbers. You'd almost like to see him step on that one, maybe try and get some more numbers forward, but at least a good quick counter there off the giveaway.
Daniel Fry, a junior. He is out of Elgin, hometown player. Had it for a moment. Gives it off to Braden Anderson.
The unfortunate
Anderson
goal
has the
scorer.
Goal, but unfortunately it was in his own end. Just trying to clear it out. And that happens sometimes.
Yeah, tough when it's the angle it was coming at him, and you're just trying to do the right thing. Most defenders have that happen at some point in their career.
Dominguez with the throw in. Right in front of the Viking bench. And he gets it to Resendo. Good passing by the Vikings at right side. And this goes out. Just underway in the second half. Winner heads to Florida. And right now the Vikings have a 2-0 lead. The Eagles in the dark blue with the white numerals. Send it in. The Vikings are back, but I think they're going to call a foul on one of the Vikings, and I think it was called on Bascon. I didn't see what he did, but he's doing the arguing, so I assume
that's usually the telltale sign of guilt.
Of guilt. And Daniel Fry, as the Eagles know, they got to get something going here early on, down 2-0.
Yeah, it's one thing if it's just a 1-goal game, you can be patient, but down 2, the Eagles got to start pressing somewhat early and try and get themselves back into this game.
Contamara sends it just short of midfield. Headed back, Vikings defense. That's a good job. Dominguez back there. And again, we have a pretty nice crowd here, and seems to be more and more folks showing up all the time. As the wind has died down, it is a very pleasant evening now. I still have about 55 degrees. We could be in Buffalo, New York. 8 feet of snow.
I don't think we'd be out at anywhere in Buffalo, New York.
You see, they took the football players by snowmobile to the airport.
Is that what it was?
So they could play in Detroit. They're going to play their game with the Jets.
Yeah, I heard they're playing at Ford Field there. That was a good decision for.
They were picking them up on snowmobiles to get them to the airport.
That's
bye, honey. Shovel out of 7 feet of snow while I'm in.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh man. Not tonight. Nice, beautiful evening here. We've had some cold weather here, but not tonight. The Vikes up 2-0, and here they come again. Benite hits the turf. That's going to be a foul on the Eagles. So the Vikings will have it. Clock moving. Under 40 minutes to go now.
And I'm sure they will be in no hurry here.
No.
Just keep taking that thing down.
2-goal lead, and the clock is moving. Here's Rosendo. Sends it in with the left foot, headed away. Vikings keep it in. Here's a shot and a goal. 3-0 now. And that was Todorovic.
Yeah, great first touch there by Todorovic. Off of the clearance header. Took it right down to his left foot. Struck it well, kept it low, and Kiesler had to kind of find that one through traffic. And by the time I think he picked it up, it was rolling into the back of the net.
So the Vikings get the goal. It's 3-0.
Yeah, another goal inside the first 10 minutes. That's the way to start the half.
Yeah, that was a big one there. As they shoot the fireworks, a little smoke drifts across the field in that southerly breeze. But the Vikes don't mind that at all. Up 3-0. Boy, that was a big one.
Yeah, and that, as much as anything, that's a emotional dagger to the Eagles there. You know, trying to find a way back into the game, and you give up a third goal inside the first 5-6 minutes. You got to think, well, this is, might as well just play this one out. Our hands are full, and really haven't shown much other than a few corner kicks that they've got some answers for what the Vikings have been able to do.
The Vikes now in great shape, up 3-0. Again, if you missed it this afternoon, the Viking football team won. And we had Mid-America playing right now, actually, in Oregon. So it'll be a while before we get that score.
Yeah, I'm working on pulling up their live stream here in a minute.
See if we can get a score there.
Got Evangel volleyball later tonight, too, so.
A lot going on.
Yeah, busy day. And
National tournament week. Fun time of the year, though.
Yeah, you got to love it. Pressure gets ratcheted up, everything on the line. Usually see kids play their best, you know. They really, everyone buys in. The camaraderie's really good, so. Certainly the case here tonight.
Boy, the Vikings doing a great job. They just take that one away. Ninekoff with it. Here comes Ninekoff. Splits a couple of defenders. Gets it back. Sends it in. And this one goes to Levere. The Valley doesn't appear to be content with that lead. Here they come again. This is onside. That's the fourth goal of the night, and this one goes to Rosendo. Ooh, that was pretty.
Yeah, great through ball played through there. I think it was, I'm not sure who played it through. I thought it was Harris. I thought I saw 16, but.
It may have been, and then Rosendo, was right there.
Just calmly took it, picked his head up, saw Sheeler coming out, and curled it around him on that left foot. A beautiful goal by the Vikings, and kind of the high pressure that you talked about earlier you wanted to see, and we saw it there. That forced the giveaway. Vikings went quickly, and just like that, double that lead, make it 4-0.
And the Vikes are probably headed to Florida.
Palm Beach County, get ready, because the Vikings are rolling in here in about a week.
It would be unbelievable if they're not. Some of the football players now coming in to watch the second half.
Yeah, they had a nice student turnout at their game today, so might as well come out and support the soccer guys.
Valley up 4-0. And we're down to the 36.5-minute mark, so. Athletic Director Tom Fiver probably start making plans if he hasn't already. Here's another shot. This one goes high and in wide. And if you're the Eagles, you've had a great season. They come in, their record coming in was 13-3-2, 8-2-2 in their conference. But, boy, down 4 goals.
Yeah, you got to be a little shell-shocked if you're Steve Burke over there, especially with a pretty shallow bench, not a lot of options, and your first 11, you know, they haven't been able to do much. The Vikings have really capitalized.
Oh, they're going to say this is onside, I believe. Here's a shot, and that one goes wide right.
Yeah, that was
what
a great
good
run.
Shot,
great run in there by, I think it was either Anderson or it was Lopez. No. Yeah, it must have been Lopez. Anderson's in the back, but had a great opportunity there. That would have been the one. That's the one that the Eagles have been looking for, but unable to capitalize.
So here's Diaz. Had a nice first half. And he'll keep it in. Well, by Rosendo again. Trying to get through, weave his way through traffic, but comes back to the Eagles. Send this one in. Blocked away quite nicely by Dominguez. Now this one will go out on the left side. Clock moving. 36 minutes remaining, 35 minutes remaining. And Valley up comfortably 4-0. Coming into this match, the Vikings had scored 51 goals, given up 19. Come the Vikes again. And for Judson, they had scored 52 and given up 28.
Yeah, so plenty of goal scoring ability for the Eagles, but so far tonight,
not
defense,
much.
Yeah, it's just not figured out how a way to slow down the Vikings.
Valley with that lead, 4-0. They get a decent crowd here, a real good crowd here tonight. Thanks to all those who are watching on the live stream. Some, I'm sure, rooting for the Eagles, and most for the Vikings probably. And whatever part of the world you are watching, we certainly are glad to have you with us tonight.
Maybe some friends on the Iberian Peninsula there, Spain perhaps, or
it could be. I know Paul Troth has a couple of friends. Paul at one time coached football in either Denmark or the Netherlands.
Yeah, right.
And he has friends that live there. They still watch our football games. So
that's a great technology. Is a wonderful thing, and we got people around the world
watching all these different sports.
Yeah.
Just like Temeros, he's from Greece, and his family's watching. We know that. Can't miss him out there in his bright yellow and those bright fluorescent shoes he's wearing.
Haven't seen him do much tonight, but that's probably not a bad thing if you're a Vikings fan.
Now, what I understand for Vikings have it, battle for position at midfield, and they're just really doing everything they want to do now. What I understand as far as the video streaming, the NAI will have a package together, I believe, isn't it? In families
yeah. You can order a tournament pass or a single game pass. Every game at Delray Beach will be streamed online, so fans can
get it that way.
It's reasonable, you know. I think the tournament package is like $29.95 or something.
It's pretty reasonable.
Or you can pay for a single game if you'd like, maybe $7.95. Yeah, you'll be able to watch.
So you will be able to see it.
Yep. We'll do our best to
come through.
Do some updates on social media as well for people that aren't able to watch. They'll have live stats for free, so lots of ways
to follow. Here come the Vikes again, keeping the pressure on. This one's blocked. Well, they're just all over the place, and that's going to be a foul on Valley.
Dominguez, I think, decided to tee up a shot there from the corner. Take a little warning from the referee after that last foul, but
the Vikings are getting closer to that trip to Florida. Congratulations. They went through the regular season of the Heart of America Conference undefeated. And then, of course, lost to Culver Stockton in the tournament semifinals. But still seeded number 5 here in the postseason, getting his home match tonight.
Yeah, good to see that respect from the NAI pollsters there for the Vikings, despite the loss.
Yeah.
Reward them for an excellent regular season.
Now the other way, here come the Eagles. Lopez, that's Walter Lopez, working it with the left foot, and he'll bring it all the way back about to midfield. Send it back in. Lopez can't handle the pass. Vikings take it away. And a couple of players go down at midfield. Lopez is one of them. One of the Vikings is down as well. May have a cramp. As the referee's helping him with a cramp. His left leg. "30 minutes to go. This match has moved right along. And the Vikings, a 4-goal lead. They don't want any stoppages in play. They just want to keep that clock moving.
Yeah, Coach Simic be happy to see that ball stay in between those lines.
Yep.
Keep moving.
Just keep moving. Just keep playing. You have a very comfortable lead. They'll take it away by the Vikes. That'll be a foul, though, on the Eagles. I'll tell you what, I don't know who that is, but he's cramping up
Yeah, I'd be
quite a bit.
Todorovic maybe, or looks like Anderson will. No, it's number 10. Munoz get the first booking of the match for the Eagles.
Yeah, that is Rosendo.
Oh, it's Rosendo, okay.
He's up. Mora will check in for the Vikings, and coming in for the Eagles is Hunter Scott. That may be the first sub we've had for the Eagles. Vlade Simic talking to Rosendo. I'll check it. That is Todorovic who's out right now.
Yeah, 4-goal lead. Might
Yeah.
as well get
Well,
him out of there.
Get some people in. "29 minutes to go."
This is part of the game that Vikings can enjoy themselves a bit. They can just kind of take their time, knock it around. You know, guys can pull out some of the tricks every now and then, try some stuff out.
Sends this one in. It's headed, but wide left.
Man, Juan Carlos Harris was wide open there, right about the 12-yard spot. Tried to flick that header towards the far post there, but a little bit off target.
A little relaxed, Vlade looks a little more relaxed down there now. He was pacing earlier, but kind of standing there looking sharp in his suit.
Yeah, he can.
I knows that he probably will have his team in the second round of the national tournament. He's done a great job here. His wife also works at the college. Vlade's also a business teacher, and he's a good one. You know he's a good teacher. A lot of students say he's tough.
That's a good sign. Yeah, that's what
So he's a good teacher.
provosts like to hear. That
Yeah.
for sure.
He's a very good teacher. Here's a shot. That one just sails high and hits the football goalpost.
Wow, that was a rocket.
Ooh, that was a rocket.
Yeah. I think that might have been Rosendo that time.
Wow.
He got all that day. I think Sheeler saw it the whole way and probably he did get a piece of it even though it was going over. But yeah, that was a rocket.
Send this one in. But the Eagles able to control it. Good job of splitting that double team. This one will go out right at midfield, but it'll still be a throw in for the Eagles. They get it into Lopez. But again, the clock is moving, and it certainly favors Missouri Valley with that lead. Vlade wanted a foul, didn't get the call right in front of him. Bruno Oliveira sends it to the right side. 27 minutes to go. Again, that clock really an ally of the Vikings. Keep play continues. Braden Anderson sends it out on the far side. With all the events you've got covered, probably easier for you just to stay home and watch it all on your computer.
Sometimes, yeah. A day like today, it's fun to get out and see these games. And
here comes Valley, right side, sends one in. And the Vikings still trying to control it. Wide open. And now they is kicked away at the last moment. Good defense by LeVere.
Yeah, the Eagles did well to scramble and clear that one away. But especially when the weather's good, I like to get out and hit the road. No point
see everybody and
staying at home and get out and hang out with you for a couple hours.
There
Not
you
so
go.
bad
I
either.
don't know.
So.
You are absolutely out of something to do on a Saturday. But it's fun to see everybody. Fun to go around. I tell you, when you go around this conference, most and all the SIDs and the people you work with are fun to work with.
This is a great conference to work in. I have a blast getting to say hi to everyone, and I have as much fun just getting to see everyone that I only, when I'm on campus or we have a meeting, get to actually spend time with. So it makes it worth getting in the car and driving a little bit.
New commissioner was here earlier in the semester and had a chance to visit with her, and she was visiting all the campuses, or many of them.
Yeah, she's got 9 out of 10 in the book,
Good.
so she's just has Graceland left on her list.
It's fun to talk to her. Ball in front, good save by Shaler. As one of the Vikes got that left foot on it. And all that is a save, and it keeps the clock moving at the 25-minute mark. Chad Lance is down there. His team lost to Ottawa the other night, basketball. They're off to a decent start. Lost a couple in a row now in the non-conference. Unbelievable. A week from Thursday is the first conference game. The Vikings travel to Central Methodist to get the season underway. We'll play 3 games in the first before Christmas. Here's another goal, and if it wasn't over before, it is now. And I believe that was Mora. It was.
Yeah, great strike into the upper left corner of the net there. Ball kind of pinging around, dropped right to his feet.
Right to him, and he sends it in.
Yeah, perfectly placed. No chance for Sheeler there.
Well, if it wasn't over before, it is now.
Yeah, I would imagine that Coach Simic will get a few more subs up and loosened up, get some of these starters out of the match. Don't want them picking up any knocks.
5-0. Wow.
Yeah. Outstanding performance for the Vikings. They've left no doubt about this one.
No. Yeah, you wondered if they belong. I guess the statement is yes.
Well, you credit Culver Stockton for coming in here and getting a win.
Yes,
but
you do.
I mean, to me, that's more of just kind of a fluky kind of thing, and especially having just played the Wildcats 10 days or so before, then strange things happen. But get time to prepare and get fired up, and Vikings have looked every bit the part of a conference champion tonight.
Yeah, Mid-America, another one that you said they won, but they also got upset, didn't they? So it was.
You get a rivalry situation with them, with Baker.
Oh, boy.
Weird things happen, but none of that tonight. The Vikings, from the opening whistle, they've looked very sharp. Coach Simic's got to be happy. I know he's still working hard down there, but inside he's got to be very pleased.
Let's say this: Braden Anderson, when he kicked that one in his own net, he don't have to worry about that now. That's not going to affect the
that
outcome.
one doesn't matter. Yeah, it may have taken a little steam out of the Eagles early, but
but he's not going to feel bad and say, well, that affected the outcome. But they've had a nice year, have the Eagles. And now they just want to get a goal or two. And the Vikings would like that shutout, and they're 23 minutes remaining now, so they just continue to roll. 3 goals here in the second half. Whoa. They had just been all over. And just playing with a lot of enthusiasm. And why not? You're up 5 goals to none. You're going to play with a lot of enthusiasm. Vikings have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys warming up.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see them all probably around that 15-minute mark or so. Get the, good 70 minutes or so for your regulars, and then get them out of there. Let them enjoy the game, and get some of these other kids a chance to play some of them. They may be needed. You play 4 games in 6 days, and they're going to need some fresh legs down there in Delray Beach.
Pikes up 5-0. Can they keep this one in? They can. And that is Diaz. Now it goes out. 22 minutes to go. And Vladi now talking to George Limbert down in front of the bench. You know, the other thing is, Eric, here's a header that's go. Good job by Sheeler. That thing was
close for
heading
sure.
Heading toward that left side, and he had to get out there, scramble out there in a hurry. But you get everybody in, and they really feel a part of it.
Yeah, those kids work hard too. I mean, they may not get
hard.
as much time on the field during the game, but they're putting in the time in training in the weight room. They're doing all the fitness work, so get a nice reward. Get out there.
Yep.
Maybe one of them knocks in a goal. You really get to celebrate, but that'll be good for those kids to get in and enjoy their last home game of the season.
I know Coach Troth, the football coach, was talking about that on an interview a couple of weeks ago. He said, who we don't mention are the scout teams. He said, these guys go out, get beat up in practice every day. They don't even get to dress to go to, varsity games on the road. And they're a critical part of the team. I think all coaches would agree with that.
Yeah.
Practice players are very important.
Yeah, nice having that depth where you can play against, a full other side like that. I know with Coach Simic and having a good number of players, you can put some other guys out there instead of having to burn these guys through the game and risk that injury.
Dominguez comes out, so he is out right now. Rosendo is out. Contamaris, see how long they'll send him in. I'm answering my own question because looks like Lopez, Oscar about ready to come in. You will hear a cheer when Oscar Lopez comes out. Oscar is from Honduras, and he has a following here. This one goes out.
Like it'll be right now here.
Throw in. Yeah. Contamaris will come out, and here comes Oscar. Contamaris is out. Oscar's in. His fans are chanting. Now they're all chanting for the other ones ready to come in. Oscar usually gets a big hand, but I guess they're so involved with the other fans tonight.
Looking at all the other substitutes getting ready over there.
Everybody has their favorite.
Absolutely.
And that's good. It's going to be a fun Saturday night. Football team wins, soccer team wins, and it's a beautiful night. This will be fun in the community and on campus tonight. 19, and we'll get out of here at a decent time.
Yeah, I'll get home at a decent hour.
That's the beauty of a 5 o'clock start.
Yeah. Thank you, Coach Pfeiffer and Coach Simic for that decision.
Yeah. Noon and 5, those are 2 good start times.
Yeah.
And as quickly as that football game went today, even with a double overtime.
Yeah, it was just after 3 when that game ended.
With double overtime. Here come the Vikes up 5-0. Nice pass to the middle. Send it back. Knocked away at the last moment. And it looks like Joe Warham ready to come in. Warham wears number 22. He's ready to come in. A very festive atmosphere tonight at Greg Mitchell. Sheeler comes out of goal. 18 minutes for all that remains. I'm not kidding. It seems like they've taken about 10 minutes off that clock.
It's been every time we look up, it's moving. That's great.
This has been a fast match. I guess it's a beautiful night, so you're not worried about the weather.
No.
And there just have been very few, other than the goals, there's just been really no stoppages in play at all.
Yeah, just a couple of little injuries, nothing serious. Just guys, little cramp, or Harris took that little knock early. But other than that, plays just kept going. Only one caution, so this is broadcaster's dream right here.
Play continues. Bruno Oliveira is getting ready to come in for Judson. And at the same time, as I mentioned, Joe Wareham will check in or get ready to come in for the Vikings. As clock continues to move, they send this one down toward Lopez. The Viking defense is there. And the whistle stops play. .5 minutes to go, or close to that, 16:50. Lopez now in goal for the Vikings. Taking a look at the two goalies, Contreras started 18 games, give up 19 goals. All 19. Oscar hadn't given up a goal this year in the minutes he's played. He's played in 3 games. And he sprawls after that one that goes wide right. The Viking team, Wareham ready to come in. And I mentioned Oliveira is in for the Eagles. There's some young people down there with a lot of energy. A lot of energy.
I'm getting tired just watching.
Me too.
them.
Wow. Up and chanting and dancing and jumping around all night.
Yeah, they're kids.
They're young. And
we had energy once upon a time. And
right.
Then we had kids of our own.
That's exactly right. Lopez pokes this one away. Headed back in. Now the Vikings trying to. They've got the lead. Lopez comes out, and there's a nice job. And then it goes by him, but it's sent out on the right side.
Yeah, it looks like Judson player on the far side wanted a foul in the box, but assistant referee was looking right at it. Makes you think that player may have embellished a little bit to say
that there
kindly.
Was a foul. Judson just trying to get a goal. They pretty much, in reality, knows that this season's coming to an end tonight. And the Vikings know they're headed to Florida. And they're starting the celebration.
Yes.
And why not? It's been a good year.
Party time for the students with still 15 minutes to go here.
Renan Sanchez will come in for Valley at the first shortly. Mascon's out of the lineup right now. Valley with it. Here's Huckabee. Sends it across to the left side. And this one sent across, goes wide right. 14 minutes left.
That was one of those. I'm not sure if the player knew if that was a shot or a cross, and it was kind of that dangerous vicinity. Sheeler looked a little confused as what to do too, but just missed the target.
Santos comes in. Raul Benit is out.
Yeah, he should get a nice hand for
Good
the
player.
fans. He had another outstanding match.
Good player, Raul.
So fun to watch.
So Vladdy's starting to empty that bench. The clock continues to wind, and the Vikings have a very comfortable 5-0 lead. And they'll be headed to the second round of the national tournament, December the 1st, and they'll play Northwestern Ohio. That'll be on Monday the 1st at 10 o'clock Central Time.
Bright and early. Get your coffee going. And
Again, we're not going to try to figure that out for you folks in Greece or Brazil or Spain. No. You have to do that.
Brazil won't be too far ahead, but
you have to figure that out.
Christos' family, they pull out the Google time zone.
Google time zone and figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know what Greece is. My guess is it's probably early evening, somewhere around 6, 5 o'clock range, which is probably good, better than having to get up at 3 in the morning to watch him play.
So you're saying in Greece right now it's the middle of the night?
They're up late.
They're up, drinking coffee or whatever.
Hopefully, once Christos got subbed out, they
said we're done.
So get some shut eye there. They can find out the final in the morning. Can't say I'd blame them if they shut us off.
I'll tell you what, it's we tell students that all the time. You know, when you have these matches and you do all the video work and schools doing more and more of it all the time, it is a worldwide thing. It is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's just great for the NAIA schools like the Heart of America Conference to have this type of thing done for publicity.
Without a doubt, the exposure that's available now that even 10 years ago was just getting off the ground.
Yeah, it's amazing.
With Stretch Internet, really one of the first. I know you guys partner with. And
they do a great job, and I think there'll be more and more done with them.
Absolutely, just launching their partnership with the NAIA for NAIA Network. That game will be down at Delray. Will be streamed through Stretch Internet, so get to take a look at what they've got in store.
Setting this one out far right side. We approach 11-minute mark. The athletic director, Tom Pfeiffer, still here. He's down on the sideline. Been a long day for him. And a long week coming up. You start making plans for 2 teams to go on the road.
Yeah, luckily, probably just a bus ride there for the football team. Not too bad, but have to take a look at
soccer. Not quite sure how they're going to do it.
Yeah, that's a...
The Drakov Kantar is going to come in, number 3. He's waving at some of his fans. He is from Serbia. That's the home country of Vlade Simic. So he's ready to come in. Boy, this is what a coach likes when you're looking to see who you're going to bring in because the match is over with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have when you've got enough guys down there and trying to figure out who to bring in when and give each of your guys their own opportunity to get a nice hand.
So first in is Kantar. And he's going to give Luke Russell a break.
Looks like Sergio Toribio is also going to check in there.
Toribio ready to come in.
Take that throw in.
And he does the throw in, and here we go. Toribio has it right in front of his bench. Vikes are up 5-0 and heading to Florida. Here's a shot out in front. Sails by. Well, I just thought, Eric, the Vikings, and you commented on it too, just played with so much energy early on in this match. They just looked like they were just fine-tuned for this one tonight.
Yeah, and sometimes, maybe that loss, you don't want to lose a playoff game. You want to win everything you get a chance to win. But, sometimes a loss like that will kind of refocus your team. And, the Vikings have had a week and a half to kind of stew on that and be motivated. And it certainly looked that way tonight.
And I'm sure Vlade used that in practices. After you defeat that team, shut them out just 10 days before. Take nothing away from Culver.
No, and
they earned it that night.
Absolutely, yeah. Credit to them, and they did a great job. That program's come a long way.
Well, you talk about programs coming a long way just in this conference in general. In football, Culver Stockton, I believe, over 500 were they, or right at the 500
pretty close.
Mark.
They and Graceland both. Yeah.
CMU in the middle as they've been. Avila kind of struggled this year. They lost their quarterback. But you talk about some teams that really came up in the conference, and next year you're going to add William Penn and Grandview, and that'll help. That'll help. That'll be. We talked about that at halftime of the football game. That will be something in every sport.
Yeah,
Oh.
Grandview will come in guns blazing and
Yep.
add another Vikings to the mix. But, yeah, William Penn just the same. Grandview men's soccer playing today as well. Haven't seen a score there yet.
They won in football. They won in football
they rolled today in football.
Well, they'll be in next year.
No trouble.
Be fun.
Yeah, no trouble for the defending national champions.
Now, I don't know if you're a coach, it's that much fun, but for people like myself, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know there are some coaches that had some reservations, but the rest of us, I think, are thrilled about some of the potential matchups that are going to come about.
And did we hear anything? It's, by the way, here come the Vikes again, 7:20 to go. Send one in, and that one just sails high. New goalie in there as well. That looks like that's Romario Romaine for Judson. But did you hear anything in response to our 2 games at Arrowhead? Were they pleased? Did it work out okay?
I think so, yeah. I haven't heard a ton of feedback, but it was
fun.
I had a great time, yeah.
And I thought it was a decent crowd, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely. The night game, the crowd grew even more, so it was nice. And considering the turnaround, having that game just announced in June, really, and not having time to promote it a ton in the community, hopefully if we can do that again, that, be able to, reach out to high schools and youth teams and things like that, do some more promotional work. But, yeah, I mean, and the Chiefs staff could not have been any more welcoming to us. That was really eye-opening to see how friendly and thorough they were with us.
Yeah, because they were out of town that week, the Chiefs were. A lot of those people were working, and they were. There's a shot at Oscar. Lopez makes the save, and now he races after it and gets a big hand from the crowd. Boy, there are a lot of students here tonight.
Yeah, they packed it in. But
we are down to the 6-minute mark, and it's all Valley tonight, 5-0 as we continue to play. Well, I think it'd be fun to go back to Arrowhead. We'll see if they allow them to do that again. But I know that all the young men certainly enjoyed that.
Yeah, the kids, when they took the field, it looked like they were just like, wow, this was everything we hoped it would be. And, the games turned out to be 2 excellent ball games, which was great, both down to the final possession. So couldn't ask for better football that day either.
So here come the Eagles trying to get something going. Obviously, they know that it's over. The Vikes are winning, and the fans in the stands are chanting and cheering and stomping on the bleachers and having a blast. And coming in now is going to be Edelson D'Souza. Waits to come in. Edelson is a freshman. A player for the Eagles is down. That stops the clock, 4:38.
I believe that was
training staff will head out there.
Munoz took a little bump there on that last play, and
yeah, that's Santiago Munoz.
I would imagine after a game like this, it probably hurts a little bit more. When you're down 5 goals in the 86th minute, that probably stings.
Stings a little bit.
You're not in a hurry to get up.
Vikes are heading to Florida. Again, we'll play Northwestern Ohio at 10 o'clock Central Time on Monday, December the 1st.
Yeah, fans can.
So that is set.
Sure that Andy will have web streaming information on the Vikings website. You can go to NAI.org for that. We'll have it at hacksports.com and on social media. So lots of different ways to find the login information, or you can register for that video package and watch the Vikings take on Northwestern Ohio in 9 days from now, December the 1st.
Boy, this semester flew by, didn't it?
Yeah, it's
Unbelievable.
been a fast one. Yeah, it seems like a couple weeks ago we were at Football Media Day.
Right.
And here we are, a couple days before Thanksgiving. So
Football Media Day in August at the NAI headquarters in downtown Kansas City. And we were talking about a lot of things that day. And next thing you know, we're in the playoffs for soccer, for football, for volleyball. And I don't have a result yet, but the National Cross Country meet was today.
it was, yeah. At Philip Cheerio was the top finisher for our
was he?
in the heart for the men. Yeah, he
Phil
finished 69th overall.
Really? Well, congratulations.
Good
to
good outing for him today.
Okay.
And,
so Phil led the conference.
yeah, good, pretty good time just down there in Lawrence.
Good.
So
I guess that's quite a place to run.
from what I heard, yeah, I didn't make it down there myself, but I know the coaches I heard from and some of the athletic directors said it's a great venue.
Yeah.
And they've enjoyed the 2 years it's been held there, so we'll see if it goes back or not.
And they have information, I don't know if it's plaques or whatever, honoring some of the great runners, Jim Ryan.
Yeah.
And Billy Mills.
Yeah, it's a tight community, the running community.
Yeah.
They take care of their own. They have such a great understanding of the history of their sport, and I've never seen more people cheer for kids not on their own team than at a cross country.
I agree.
They're so supportive.
I agree.
It's inspiring.
To watch cross country.
Yeah, those kids. It's really great.
So congratulations to Phil. Had a nice run today. 3.5 minutes to go. And the Vikings will celebrate, and they will head to Florida. And it looks like he's trying to get Rafael Alcaraz into the game. Rafael standing there with assistant coach Bobby Peters. 3 minutes to go. 5-0 Vikings. They just kind of like to have this shutout right now.
Oh, there's no doubt they want to keep that clean sheet, and there's a sense of pride. Put up a 0 defensively.
2:58, clock moving.
Especially when you let in 4 in the previous match, you want to put up a 0.
Be a throw in for the Vikes. Well, Eric, I really enjoyed having you along tonight. I tell you, added a lot to the match tonight. Alcaraz.
Yeah,
too bad we're not going down to PKs or a goal in the last minute, but hey,
that's okay. The Vikings they put on a clinic tonight. They really played outstanding stuff. It was, for me, it was fun to watch being a soccer fan. Just some of the talent that the talented players out there. They really displayed it on the field tonight, and they've earned every bit of this 5-0 win. They can enjoy it, and good luck to Coach Simic and Coach Wardlaw as they represent the conference down in Delray Beach. And
good luck to Mid-America down there, you're right, and to the Benedictine women.
Absolutely.
I
think all 3 teams have an excellent chance to move forward from their second-round matches.
Under 2 minutes, that stops. Clock still moving. So 5-0, and they can start to celebrate here. You better not do Simic with the Gatorade tonight. He's got the nice suit on, huh?
Yeah, I'd hate to see that thing get tainted by.
He's probably said, "Hey, wife's not going to appreciate this if you dump the Gator
that's
on me."
That's an expensive dry cleaning bill.
Yeah.
I saw Coach Wilmer for MNU football run away like the plague was coming after him last week when they won their last game. And I would, as cold as it was last Saturday with that snow.
Yeah.
No one wanted to.
Well, we were at Baker, and I'll tell you what, we missed the snow, and the Tyler did a great job. Had the press box all nice and warm.
Heated. Yeah. Oh, I've been up there a couple times on cold nights, and those heaters are a revelation for sure.
So we're down to the final minute, and the Vikings are headed to Florida to take on Northwestern Ohio at 10 o'clock Monday morning. That's 10 o'clock our time, Monday morning, December the 1st. And congratulations to Vlade and Bobby and their team as they continue to play. Second year in a row, they're heading to Florida. 29 seconds remaining. And
good save there by Oscar.
Good save by Oscar Lopez. Down to 20 seconds to go. And Vlade Simic down on the field, a high-fiving some of his players. Athletic Director Tom Pfeiffer right behind. Here come the Vikings again. One last shot. They'll take this one, send it out in front, and that will do it. And the Vikings have won the first round and heading into the second round in Florida. Well, Eric, thanks for stopping by. I know you've been here a long time today and need to head home, but appreciate you coming and watching a couple of Viking victories.
It was
today.
A lot of fun. Glad to see some wins, and good luck to both Viking teams in the next round. Hopefully they can keep marching on.
All right, so that's it on the live stream tonight as the Vikings win at 5-0. They head to Florida. The men probably going to Sioux City in football next Saturday. We'll know more on that tomorrow. For Chaz Maddie, his entire crew, and for Eric Montgomery, I'm Ken Cuiava. Have a pleasant weekend. Good night from Marshall.